Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got lots of just the shoes. Okay, take it top, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Hey, I do a good job, pull up and pop out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal when I put my foot on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's pockets and dance, I think my bread is hard as a cruise on receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000. Okay, I might pass it. No, okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. So I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities. But right now, calm outside. And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
Set up. 6'6", bullet high, 18 Gator.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Sam off. Go.
Check 6 guys.
Look at me. Zipper. Yes.
Check mark.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. For the catch made by Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Hey, alert!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And an out. Now the ball comes loose. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Protein spill. Get it.
Off the play fake. Sheldon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Letting one go, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on third down, Sheldon. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And take it right on the 30. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 33. Stop your running.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 23 yards, the final tally. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert!
They go play action. Mayfield completes it to Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 16, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check 50. Check 50. Check. Shift. Watch the shift.
And they'll turn it power game to try to get in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
I'm coming after you. Spot. You draw Corker. Alert. Hey, alert. Hey. High 7.
Mayfield down. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd down, Sheldon. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
3 down.
On 3rd down, Sheldon, and he's able to find Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Hey, Haywood. Tight end's right. 3 down.
On 1st down, Sheldon, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Go now. 70, Indy.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. On the get it.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, Sheldon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Ready? Check safety, check safety.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Harris. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, this one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Check 24, check 24.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
1st down in Detroit.
Tighten down. There you go.
1st down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Sheldon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mayfield. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 22 yards there, a first down. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
61. Match box right.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
a loss of 1. It's now 3rd and...
To throw on 3rd down. Sheldon. And he connects with Ebron. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Sheldon. To to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. A gain of 3, second down. On second and 7, Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
6-6, bullet high. Ready?
Off play action. Sheldon. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings, first down.
On 1st and 10, Sheldon. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Go.
Sheldon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sheldon. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.